In the early 20th century, a city on the edge of the American West thrived in secrecy and shadows. It wasn't known for its grand architecture or bustling cultural scene, but for something far darker, the whispers of underground tunnels and the notorious figures who used them to conduct their illicit business. The story begins in the Prohibition era, when alcohol was illegal in the United States, but demand remained insatiable. Organized crime syndicates began to flourish across the country, smuggling booze from Canada and across the southern border. As gangsters like Al Capone and his rivals sought to expand their empires, the American landscape became a chessboard of hidden locations, secretive backrooms, and perhaps most intriguingly, underground tunnels. One city, though small, stood out as a key player in this underground world. Nestled in a valley, it was a strategic location for criminals due to its proximity to railroads and key highways, which provided easy access for smuggling operations. But it wasn't just the location that made it valuable to mobsters. It was the labyrinth of tunnels and hidden rooms beneath the city that made it a place that even feared mob bosses found chilling. These tunnels, some said to have been built in the 19th century for mining or to house the city's first railroad system, became a perfect hideout for illegal operations. By the 1920s, they had transformed into the city's shadowy backbone, concealing everything from bootlegged liquor to stolen goods and, in some cases, criminals themselves. The tunnels were so well hidden and complex that even those who had lived there for decades didn't know of their full extent. Among those who took notice was Al Capone, the infamous Chicago gangster. Known for his ruthlessness and near imperviousness to law enforcement, Capone's empire stretched far across the United States. However, despite his near-mythical reputation, he was not immune to fear. The city's tunnels were said to be the reason why Capone was reluctant to engage in business there, despite its strategic value. Some historians argue that Capone's fear stemmed from more than just the tunnels themselves. Rumors swirled that the underground passages were linked not only to hidden speakeasies and gambling dens, but to a well-established network of people who knew how to evade the law. There were whispers that the local police and even some of the town's elite had been secretly involved in the operations, turning a blind eye to the criminal activity happening right beneath their feet. The tunnels, often untraceable, gave criminals the perfect means of escape and a place to disappear when things went terribly wrong. Capone, a man who was accustomed to controlling every detail of his empire, could not stand the thought of being out of control. The idea that there were places where even his men couldn't easily operate terrified him. It was said that Capone, who made Chicago his base of operations, was wary of stepping into a place where his power could be undermined by hidden passages and potential betrayals. For all his ferocity and strategic brilliance, the unseen world of secret tunnels left him uneasy. In the years following the Prohibition era, the city's hidden world would remain largely a secret, even as the tunnels gradually faded into history. By the mid-20th century, much of the underground system was forgotten or buried under newer developments. Yet local legends still persist, passed down through generations, of hidden entrances, forgotten passages, and eerie stories of criminals who made their way into the city's dark depths. Today, though many of the tunnels are sealed or lost to time, the city remains a place of fascination. It's a city that has seen the likes of mobsters, miners, and military personnel come and go, leaving behind only traces of their former lives. The underground, once a place of shadowy dealings, now serves as a reminder of the darker side of history, of a time when even the most feared criminals were made uneasy by the mysteries hidden beneath a small city in the West. The city that scared Al Capone, the city where secrets still whisper in the dark, is none other than Ogden, Utah. If you found the story of Ogden's hidden history fascinating, make sure to subscribe for more thrilling tales of mystery, crime, and untold stories from the past. Don't miss out on exploring the shadows of history. Subscribe now and uncover the secrets waiting beneath your feet.